we are at this point not mandating the vaccine, and it's because it's under emergency use authorization. And there's risk, and a very, very, very small risk, but the FDA hasn't fully approved. And we've never, as a public system, most public colleges don't require, because there's federal law and case law practice of risk, for us to require a vaccine that hasn't been fully approved. So until that emergency use authorization is relaxed, we are not going to be able to mandate. At this point, we won't require until that emergency use authorization is gone. But boy, it's important. Let's get vaccinated. It makes a big difference in people's risk, and it's worthwhile. So we're going to consider it. We'll make final decision as we get into June, so folks can be ready for August return. And we hear that the emergency use authorization should be released and a full approval by midsummer or early summer if we're going to get it relieved.
I think it should be left as a choice. I think everyone has the right to their own decision if they want the vaccine or not.
I think it should be mandated. I think vaccines are very important, and with the year we've had, I think we know that online schooling for a lot of people doesn't work as well, and if they want to come back in person, I think that's really the best way to do it.
I think it should be left up to the students. I mean, mandating a vaccine kind of sounds a little weird to me. I am vaccinated, but I think it should be left up to the people. I do think next semester, though, the mask violations should be gone.
I think we should let people decide. I mean, I go both ways because I want things to be back to normal, but I do think we should have the choice.
I'm 50-50 on this one, but I think that it should be up to students to choose, because I know like some people have some like side effects when it comes to certain vaccines or strong opinions. Some people want to wait until there's more research, so that makes sense. But like me personally, I got my first dose. I'm gonna get my second dose. I think everyone should get it, but I think it should be a decision.
It should be up to the students and faculty.
See, I'm a nursing major, so I think it's really important that a good amount of the school population gets vaccinated so we can reach herd immunity in our own community. But I don't think it should be mandated. We are still people who should be able to make our own decisions.
So there are reasons people could reject, or even if we require, not submit to the vaccination. And in those cases where there's a medical or religious, we will respect that. What we're going to ask is to make sure that we're doing everything we can. I think the behavioral incentives, like no quarantine, no travel restriction quarantine, lessened testing requirements, relaxation of mask mandates if you've been vaccinated, those are all good things, and I think they'll matter. But are there other things, like we talked about bookstore gift certificates that could be offered, other sorts of incentives for students who do get the vaccine? And I think we need to hear from students. What would matter? What would make a difference? And the good news is, and I think I mentioned this, over 70% of 700 students responding to a survey said they would get the vaccine. If that's true, then we're going to be in a really good place.
I do. I think the college is actually doing a very good job. I mean, they're pushing for it, but I mean, I think it still should be everyone's choice.
I feel like they're doing a lot about spreading the information, and I feel like it's very readily available for anyone that wants it. I haven't really seen any incentives for it, though.
Yeah, I mean, they send out like an email every other day about it. So, I mean, yeah, they're really bombarding my emails. So I think they're really letting everybody know.
You know, I think the college can. I don't think we'll be there as a nation, but I think that college students are willing to take the vaccine because they want to be back in a more normal living environment and learning environment. Our faculty and staff are willing to get the vaccine. People are looking at the science and they're believing it. And I'm vaccinated. I'll get my kids vaccinated. So I think that we are doing what we can. I think we will get to herd immunity as a campus. The state epidemiologist and the local infectious disease folks think that Cheshire County will be at herd immunity levels before we get into June this year.